Hey, this is Ricky Kennerly Cichlids, and we're looking at my new addition for filtering my aquariums. Now, if you look at this aquarium here, it's definitely overcrowded. A lot of colorful fish. We'll get some better looks at them. They're looking really good. They're doing good. They've done very well overall, but I wanted to increase the filtering capacity. Here's my black-lipped dragon blood right there, doing good. They're wanting food. You see them kind of all coming up to the top wanting food, and I will give you a quick look at them feeding later in the video. But they're doing good, lots of oxygen, but look at the flow in here. It's really going. So what have I done to increase the flow? Now, if you've watched my other videos, you know that I've used air power. That's bubbles coming out, but you also see the flow going across the surface of the water. It's got two outlets here. It's got one back there and one here. So what have I done to increase the filtering capacity? Well, I didn't change the filter mat. I just increased the flow. Now, I've used this before in a smaller method, but I went for the bigger method because they've come out with bigger pumps. So let's see what I've got here. Bam! This guy, it makes some noise, but it's well worth it. It's around $80. It's got 12 outlets, and I have it filtering 6 aquariums. Now you can adjust the flow if you want to by turning the valve. This is metal, way better than the plastic version. This comes with your pump. And then I don't have it professionally, done up where this is going against the wall. I kind of have it across the aquariums like this, but I can redo that later. So this is what's powering my flow for my filtering system. It's a great looking pump. They last a long time. I'm not sure if you can actually repair them if they go out, but I know that they can last several years and be well worth it. Now, the pumps that you can get for like $10, like this one, they don't last but about a year, and the filtering capacity is a lot less than the big guy there. Even though this guy's doing 12 aquariums, well, 6 or 7 aquariums with 12 outlets, the output per outlet is more, even all of them going at the same time, is more powerful than a pump like that one. So it's well worth it. So if you wanted to buy 5 or 6 of those small ones, this is well worth your money, because you're going to get more filtering capacity, more air power, more flow through this method here. You might have to have a little bit longer tubing to go all to your aquariums, but it's well worth it. Now, if you see in this aquarium, this is going by too. Look at the flow on that one. Just going like crazy. And this one's overcrowded too. I have to have good filtering capacity for my aquariums because they're all overcrowded and they need something to do what needs to be done, and that is a major pump like this. Now, there's different companies that make them like this, so I'm not going to say which one is the best, because this one's like a Vivo Sun or something from China. But they're all about the same. I got it from Amazon, around $80. I'm very happy with it. I've had it for over a month or two. It's doing great. Kind of waited to show you what it was. People wanted to know what I use for my air power for my fish room. This is what I'm using ongoing. I like it better than the ones that can power a whole fish room, because the diaphragms give out pretty quickly and they're not too cheap. So I went with this method. I know will last me several years. So look into it. There is some noise, but it's well worth it if you want your fish to do well, and the flow is just tremendous. let's take just a little bit look at this dragon bloods. Before we go, I was going to show you them feeding them, so let me get some food and let me see these guys eat. And thanks again for watching. So it messed up with me feeding my dragon bloods, and they've already eaten. The film didn't do right, so we're going to show you these guys eating. And I'm going to try to do it with the camera in one hand and the food in the other. Let's see how it works. You see how they're coming to the top? They know what I'm doing. Know they're about to get food. Look at the pond sticks. Look at them going like crazy. They just really love it. It's economical for me. I'm not suggesting that everybody should use this for their fish food, but I have like 12 aquariums and it can get expensive. It does really good for the coloring of the fish and does really good for the water quality. It does get a little dirty for a minute, but it clears up very fast. I'm very happy with it. Look at them go to town on it. So if you want to overpower you give your tank a little bit of a supercharge, think about this. If you use air power, or if you're thinking about using air power, this is the way to go. If you don't use air power, it's kind of interesting to see what other people do to filter their aquariums and so forth, and see what their take is on it. That's why I do these videos. A lot of people use canister filters. See, I fed these fish. The film didn't do right, so this will clear up within a few minutes. So I just wanted to give you a take on what I'm using to filter my aquariums, and I think it's something that everybody's going to be utilizing in the future. That use air power is something like this because it's cheaper than buying those individual pumps. So if you're thinking about setting up an air-powered aquarium systems, then think about something like this. All right, until next time, this has been Ricky Kimberly Cichlids. Woo! I already gave you my woo, but hey, I wanted to give you a little glance at how the OBs are doing. Some of them are really coloring up, looking good. This is an all OB tank, so we'll be changing out the filter in this eventually in a few months. They're doing good. Some of them are coloring up. All of them are growing a lot faster now. One of the things I did, if you have, basically room temperature in your fish room set up, and you got your air conditioner on, turn the vents off. Bam. And then these guys won't get cold. It'll warm up in the fish room. Now that's only if you have a specified fish room for your fish. And it's a few degrees difference, and these guys will start to grow a lot quicker than if it's at room temperature. A little bit warmer is better for these guys, so just turn down the vents, turn it up, close it off, and it'll take care of everything, and the growth will start to happen. So will the coloration.